Hello friend, I am Naval. You are watching Code with Naval. Welcome to Java series part 75. In the last video we saw string class. In this video we are going to discuss about StringBuffer class. So let's first understand what is a StringBuffer class. Java StringBuffer class is used to create a mutable, modifiable string object. In the last video we saw string class. There we saw string class is immutable. That's why we can't modify string class object. But here StringBuffer class is immutable. That's why here we can modify object. Let's remember string class is immutable. Immutable means we can't modify, and StringBuffer is a mutable. Mutable means we can modify. Okay. The StringBuffer class in a Java is the same as a string class except it is a mutable. Here StringBuffer class is a thread shape. Example, multiple thread cannot access here simultaneously, so data consistency here. Here all method are a synchronized method. That's why StringBuffer is a thread shape. Okay. Here we already saw in a thread concept. There we already saw if we use a synchronize with any method, that means that method only accept one thread at a time. Okay, one by one thread that method accept. That's why that thread become a thread shape. And here inside a StringBuffer class, here all method is a synchronized method. That's why this StringBuffer class become a thread shape class. Here all string store inside a only heap memory, because here every time we use a new keyword for a create a string buffer instance. In the last video there we saw string. There we have a two approach. By using a literal we can simply directly create an object. In a string we have a two approach, but for a string buffer we have a only one approach. Here we can only create a new object using a new keyword. Okay, here for creating a string buffer object, here we have a three constructor. We can see string buffer without argument, string buffer with single argument, and string buffer with int capacity. We can define here capacity as well. Okay, here you can see few common method we use inside a string buffer. This frequently we use this method. There also have a few more method, but we will not discuss every method. We'll discuss only few common method. Here whatever we perform operation on a string, those operation directly change original string value. Okay, you can see if we append any value, here you can see this append method. Append method is used to add a string in existing string. If already we have one string, we are simply appending a few more character. That means those directly append in the original string. Okay, here we have an insert method. Insert method simply accept two things. First one is the index value and second one is a string. Insert method is used to insert a string in a specific index location. Using the insert method we can simply insert a string inside a existing string in a particular index location. Then we have a delete int start index and end index. We can simply pass two index value. First one is the start and second one is the end index, and between that index we can simply delete all content. Okay, then we have a reverse, convert string in a reverse format. We can simply use a reverse method for a existing string in a reverse format. Okay, let's open Eclipse and let's see practically. I'll simply create here one new class and I'll give this class name is a part 75, and let's create here main method. Let's create here main method. In that main method I'll simply create a string buffer object, string buffer. Okay, sb equal to new string buffer. Okay, you can see here we have this constructor, 0 argument, then this character sequence, then this int capacity, then this string. Okay, this all constructor here we have. Okay, now let's pass here. I'll simply pass here Java. Okay, this one is our first, and you can see I'll create a one more. Let's perform one by one. Let's check one by one method. Okay, then sb1. Okay, and here also we have a Java. Now I want to print system.out.print sb. Okay, we can directly print this content. You can see here Java. Now I want to compare this string. If both strings same, then it should return true, otherwise return false. Okay, I'll simply, okay, not here, I'll simply add here system.out.println and sb dot equal sb1. Then what we expect here, these both string are same, we expect here true value. Okay, let's run this and you can see here we get false value. Then you might be thinking why we get this false value. Okay, I'll simply press control and I'll simply open this declare implementation, this equal method implementation, and you can see this method present inside the object class. We didn't override this equal method, we need to override this equal method inside this string buffer class. Okay, let's see. And if I check, okay, I'll simply create a string object, string ss equal to java. Okay, now instead of here sb, I'll simply put here ss, then open this declaration. Okay, then open this equal declaration, open declaration. You can see this method present, this method is override inside a string class but not overridden inside a string buffer class. Okay, equal method will not work directly inside a string buffer class. Okay, here you can see, here simply return a logic, this object, and here you can see here simply first compare a length, if length is valid, then here compare a 1 by 1 character, and then simply return a, if character is not matched, then return a false, otherwise character match, return true. Okay, they internally return this logic inside a string class. We can't modify this logic, we can override this method but we can't modify this logic. Okay, so here how can we do this, how can we get this output right? Okay, we can't use this equal method directly with string buffer class. Then we have one scenario, we can simply convert this sb1 in a string. Okay, you can simply use here two string and this convert in a string, and here you go, you can see here we get true value. Okay, here we get true value, we simply convert this string buffer to string using a toString method, and here we get actual value. Now how can we compare this two? Okay, this one is already string, that's why here we don't need to write a toString, but I want to compare this two. Okay, let's copy, and here instead of ss add here sb. Okay, let's see sb, here also we need to convert to string. Okay, now let's save and run. Here you can see, here simply this sb we convert in a toString, then we compare, and this sb1 also we convert in a toString, then this content compare, and here we get original true value. Okay, then here we have a next one, append method. Okay, let's see. Now already inside sb already have but java content. Now I want to append some content inside this sb method, sb object. Okay, how can we do that? sb dot append, simply use append and java program. Okay, simply java program, and let's print this sb system.out.println, and let's print this sb and save, and here you can see java program simply appended. Okay, now if I print before this append, here we get this only java, and after append here we get this java program. This whatever original object, directly this content store inside original object, and directly this content change this original object value. It will not create a new object because this string buffer is a mutable, that's why it's a possible. It's not possible in a string class because the string class is a immutable. Immutable means not modifiable, and this string buffer is a mutable, that means it's a modifiable. Okay, we can modify this string buffer. Then here we have a insert. We can simply use this insert also. Okay, let's use this sb dot insert, and here let's see Java 01 to 3. After Java I need to add some content. I'll simply add some content here. Okay, I'll simply add here content. Okay, and let's print after this inserting this sb. Let's save this and run this, and here you can see after this Java this okay inserted, then continue this program. Okay, then here we have a delete. Now I want to delete this. Okay, so how can we delete? Sb dot delete, and here we have a 4, initial is a 4, or here 6. Here you can see Java program. Okay, then last one we have a reverse. You can simply reverse this string sb dot reverse. Okay, reverse, and here you go system dot out dot println and print this sb. Okay, then here you can see reverse string. So we can simply use this all method. We can simply use this all method, and you can see this all method directly impacting original string. Okay, that's why I pick this method. Here we have a few more methods that we didn't cover all method. We will simply cover this method because this method is directly impacting in the original string. Okay, let's see inside this string class how many. Okay, let's open this string class. You can see inside this string class is simply extend this abstract string builder. Okay, abstract string builder class. Okay, let's open this abstract string builder class, and here you can see here we have some abstract string builder and all this method. Okay, now here this one is a string buffer class. Now let's see, here we have so many methods. Let's press Ctrl O, and here you get all constructor method and all this class member list. Okay, you can see this. Here we have different append method, then insert, then last index, then write object. This all method present inside this string buffer class. And one more thing I need to show you. Okay, let's here check any append method. Okay, let's check this append method, and you can see this method is a synchronized method. Okay, this method is a synchronized method. We already discussed this string buffer all method is a synchronized method. Then check reverse. Okay, here we have a reverse, and this reverse is also synchronized. This toString also synchronized. Here whatever method present, those impacting in a original string, those all method is a synchronized method. That's why this string buffer is a thread safe. If we compare speed, if we compare performance between a string and string buffer, string is a more efficient performance wise. String is a faster and the string buffer is slower, because here one by one thread only executing, and string buffer, if we talk about string, there multiple thread work at the same time. That's why string is a faster and string buffer is a slower compared to strings. Okay, so here we understand what is a string buffer and what exactly difference between a string and string buffer. Okay, let's remember string is a immutable. That's why we can't modify string object. String buffer is a mutable. That's why we can modify string object. Okay, this one is the main difference between string and string buffer. Okay, in this video that's it. We will see next topic in the next video. Till that, bye bye.